Hey, how's it going everyone? Infa here. Just a quick update. Most of my videos moving forward will not be edited very well, as my editor who has been helping me out will be unavailable for a while. This may be something we can consider in the future, but for now I'll keep everything simple. I will still make sure that there is enough information on the screen whenever I mention any monster, that way you won't have a hard time figuring out who is who. In the last video, we finished our profession and started farming for some runes. I hope that since watching that video, you have been farming quite a lot so you can upgrade your monsters runes and for building new units. If you haven't seen that video yet, here is part 1 and part 2 on the screen. Some people have also pointed out about the beginner LD selector. I'm pretty sure that more than 90% of players would probably suggest Eleanor, the Light Polar Queen. She's really good for PvE content and is very usable for PvP also. I will not be covering any PvP content because I suck at it, so I personally went for Eleanor for this account. Also, if you are starting from Liebli, EU, my guild is accepting new players, so do join our Discord and let any of the leaders know if you are interested in joining. Now, as mentioned in the previous video, we're going to look at clearing Rupture, farming expedition for skill books so we can further power up a summoner, and clearing Tower of Ascension. Let's get into it. Rupture is fairly simple. We will do level 5 times to clear our event missions. We will not be farming this dungeon, but we will need to clear it to get the rewards in the event page. This used to be the best place and most efficient way to farm gold and skystones at the same time. However, with the removal of skystones, farming repeat requests is probably the best way for this right now. You can do the lower levels as well if you would like to get the first clear rewards, but honestly I don't think it's worth it. If you're a completionist, then feel free to do so. Special Rupture, normal mode, gives us some extra resources that is not worth noting, but our target is to farm the hard mode. I'll leave the run on normal Special Rupture on the screen in case you want to follow through. You can use the speed adjustment feature on YouTube if the speed is too fast. Special Rupture Hard is our weekly content to farm some extra artifact summons. You may not be able to clear this with bonus monsters immediately, so it's something you can work on in the future. I would suggest using Ariel, Huahi and Perna. This should give you enough survivability. The bosses here changes every time you enter, so if you come across 2 bosses that you are struggling with, just quit and enter again. This content is where we will be farming skill books for early game and conversion stone for mid-late game. We will primarily farm the normal expedition, Fire Talidus, to begin with. This is the counterpart of Teargland's Cave, where we can get conversion stones to change unwanted substats on our Rage Blade runes. The key monsters we will be needing here is the Jet, the Water Metaclone. Most people will probably not have this monster. If so, we will be using our first 5-star ticket selector. We will use Metaclone to get the skills of collab monster, Narinha. Apart from being a damage dealer, like Argin, she also has block beneficial effect, which is crucial on clearing Talidus. Additionally, we will be needing Purian, the Water Inferno, and Ariel. Once again, if you're not lucky enough to get Purian, you can always opt in for using Konamiya, the Water Garuda, which you get for free from the 7 days special event mission for new players, along with any water support monsters that heals. Worst case scenario, you will have to use another 5-star ticket selector to get a water support monster. I would suggest going for Mia, the Water Sky Dancer. This is because she has attack up with her heal and attack down debuff. Any of the support water type 5-star monster that can heal is usable here, so choose one that you prefer. Max the 3 monsters that you choose. By this point, if you have farmed Teargland's Cave enough, you should have enough runes to equip all 3 monsters. Just like with Teargland's Cave, we will clear the highest possible we can do, and farm this until we max our active, passive, and utility skills on Cleave. The elemental traits are optional. If you're not in a rush, you can also do this. If you didn't farm for runes and wanted to prioritize skill books, you can also just equip Argan's runes to Tejat, Aerials to Konamiya, and Wahis to Purion, or the support healer of your choice. Next is a special expedition. For the normal levels, we will be using Perna, Wahi, and Igmanodon. This should be very easy and clearable up to level 4. Once you've done this, go straight into the hard levels. The team we will be using here will be Perna, Tejat, and Colleen. Just do the hardest level you can do, eventually you will be strong enough to do the hardest level. Personally was only able to do up to level 4 initially, but I was able to do level 5 thereafter. Once you have either maxed your skills, run out of energy, or got bored on farming expedition, you can now start preparing to clear Tower of Ascension. For the most part, it is possible to clear this with Konamiya, Wahi, and Perna, except floor 80, because of the Doctor. To clear this, you may need to do it manually. The MVP for this floor will be Mara, the Dark Amazon. Mara has a death denial effect on her basic attack and both her skills, and is free from one of the events on the second day. If you are doing this manually, just heal up using Konamiya's S2 whenever any of your team members have electric shock debuff. This gives you enough survivability and mana regen up. The team for this will be Konamiya, Mara, and Argan. After this is cleared, all the rest should be easy with the same monsters we used on the lower floors. If you are too lazy to do this, you can also switch to Orbia and use Wind Weapon. Make sure to save Orbia's skill 1 until the boss has Endure. Do all 100 floors on full auto with Konamiya on Soling. I will not be covering Spires of Ascension, but just try and do the normal clear and elemental spires as high as you can. Let's recap. We clear Rupture around 5 times. We get Water Metaclone from the 5-star select ticket. We build Purion, the Water Inferno, or summon and build Miyang, the Water Sky Dancer, and Konamiya, the Water Garuda. We mimic Metaclone into Narinha and build her. We farm Expedition until bored, no energy. Build Mara, the Dark Amazon, or swap to Orbia to save resources. And clear Tower of Ascension. Once again, don't forget to use your mining gathering daily limit. If you don't know what you should be gathering, I would suggest maybe farming some peach tree, because now you will probably need some branches to make some yarn. Max your skills, clear tower, and when you're done, farm more Rageblade runes. With the conversion stones that you have, if necessary, try to get your Perna the best DPS set you can ever get. Next time we will craft some outfits and start clearing elite raids and hero raids. This is part 3 of How to Progress Fast Beginner's Guide series. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button and notification bell.